You may have heard a little about this over the last few weeks, but it's going to become for real this fall. Boys playing volleyball for state championships. We've got all those other state titles going on in the spring sports now. Well, this fall, it's going to get crazy for the guys as well. We're bringing in Garrett Talarczyk, the head girls coach at Hilton Head High. You going to coach the guys too?
Unfortunately, I won't be able to because they ended up putting them in the same season.
Oh, okay. All right. So
they're going to have boys in the fall, girls in the fall. But as of yesterday, I think we do got a head coach that's going to be able to help the boys out.
Ooh.
So that's where we stand as of yesterday. So I think we're in a good position moving forward.
All right. We'll let you guys handle the announcement of that. I don't want to spill any beans on you here.
Yeah, nothing.
Tell me a little bit about the story, though, of getting boys volleyball approved, done. You guys have actually been playing it kind of on a club level lately?
Yeah, so back in I think in 2019 we started the boys club.
Okay.
Myself and Coach Murphy, and I think there was a total of maybe 14 teams in the state.
Okay.
And it just started off as a club. We started practicing and started getting the ball rolling. We had a very high interest of players in our school. And then COVID-19 comes along and kind of put a squash to everything.
Yeah.
And so fast forward, where are we? A year and a half, 2 years now.
Yeah.
So this season in the spring, we had, I guess, our second run at running the club. And we had a great turnout. We had about 13, 14 guys that came out.
Wow.
And then I think across the state, there was a total of like 39 teams. So a lot of high interest, a lot of excitement. And we had a pretty good season. We didn't get it was kind of tough being further south from most of the schools. So
Sure.
Travel was a little difficult. But the ball was kind of getting rolling. And then I guess maybe like a month ago,
Yeah.
the state voted on whether they were going to sanction it.
Right.
And it was approved 12-0. And so next year, fall 2022 will be the first year for boys varsity volleyball. And then 23-24 will be the first season. So it will be 1 year where they're not going to run a state championship. And
Okay.
then the following year, they will have a state championship for boys volleyball.
Do you anticipate the other schools in Beaufort County, the other public schools, all playing this fall?
I think so. I think
Okay.
now that it's official,
Sure.
there'll be higher interest. But back in 2019, May River had a team.
Okay.
And I know there's some interest in Bluffton
Yeah.
as well. So I think now that it's sanctioned, there will be a lot more schools hopping on board.
That's great.
It's the fastest growing sport right now in
Yeah.
the country. South Carolina alone, I think 3 colleges are adding it to their 2022-23 school.
I was going to say, are we ahead of the curve or are we a little behind the curve with the rest of the country in bringing guys into volleyball?
Well, depending on, so kind of, I mean, behind in some parts, I guess. You know, Midwest and out west are some schools, even up in the Northeast. But we're just excited that now we have that opportunity where that we can play varsity volleyball down here at the high school. So
all right. I'm going to ask you the curveball question. When I was in high school back in the dark ages, we played mixed volleyball. We had 3 guys and 3 girls on the team. Any shot of that ever happening here?
playing like co-ed?
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Okay.
That would be great. They play it. They do have tournaments and leagues for co-ed. But yeah, that would be awesome too.
One step at
I don't know.
One step at a time. I know. I better not get ahead of
right.
myself. Hey, first, before we get off here, before we get finished, you just had the yearbook dedicated to you, and you've been named Teacher of the Year at Hilton Head High for your work in business and finance. It's been quite a year for you.
Yeah, I'm very honored. It's been an emotional 2 weeks for me, the last 2 weeks here. Yeah, what an honor to be a Teacher of the Year and the yearbook dedicated to me. I've been here for 17 years, and I always look back at all the teachers that have, I guess, been earned that or been voted to that, and they've been just inspiring and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool that I got that. I'm just very proud to be a Seahawk, proud to be here, and feel appreciated. And so it's a lot of Good news, I guess.
Indeed. Well, Coach and Professor, thanks for the time. We'll talk again. I want to talk more about your work in the classroom as well sometime. But thanks again for updating us on this great new happening for Seahawk and statewide athletics. Take care.
Great. Thanks.
Garrett Talarczyk at Hilton Head High. Coming up next, a Hilton Head organization that wants to make the return of Marines to Beaufort a little more acceptable, a little easier to do. McNair's got that story next.